today's video, we're out here. So in today's video, we're out here, me, Josh, and Chris. Chris is invisible today. He's sitting right there. But we're gonna do crank clearance, and if it's squared away, we're gonna install the crank in this video, which it should be. Hold me to it, because it should be. But what you're gonna need is, of course, you're gonna need cranks. You need crank. You're gonna need your bearings and plastic gauge. And if you don't know what plastic gauge is, yeah. Oh shit. Get it from your local part store, O'Reilly's, Advanced. I wouldn't go to AutoZone, but AutoZone. And I would show you what it looks like, but I don't feel like opening it yet. But what you do is you put that in each little section, and you tighten the crank down, and you check it with the little scale on the side. The little scales shows you what size, how much clearance you have. But that's what we're gonna be doing. So let's fucking get to it. Okay, so before you do anything, don't forget to put your new bearings in the main caps. You should have gotten them all as a set. Now there is a difference between bearings, which I didn't show. Here's one of the old ones, actually. The bottom ones have like this little ridge in the middle. Those are for the bottom. And the top ones for the caps are smooth. They have a smooth inside. But that's the difference in the two. Just keep that in mind when you're putting them together. And yeah, when you're putting your bearings in, can you see it? The little groove? Yeah. There's a little groove notched out. There's a groove notched out in the block and in the main cap. What you do is you put the groove in the groove. I mean, I don't want to say it's self-explanatory because people have put them on backwards before. And you just press it in there. And when you put the main caps on, you line the groove up with the groove on the block. There is a little groove. On this engine, they're all on this side. Whatever side this is, it's upside down. They're all on this side. On the fucking intake side. So Josh did the bottom when he did his plastic gauge. So I'm gonna be different because I have SR. I'm gonna do the top. Oh God, it's heavy. Bam, it's in there. So by top, what I mean is I'm gonna put the plastic gauge across this part of the crank instead of on the bottom side where the bottom bearing is. I feel like, I don't know if it'd be bad to do it either way. But I mean, this is a heavy crank, you know, so dropping it down on there is gonna smush it a little bit. And that's what you do with plastic gauge, you smush it, that's how it works. So I'm gonna put each little piece on top and tighten it down. But I'm just gonna set it across the top instead of putting it in there and then putting the crank down, tightening it down, picking the crank up, all of that. So that's what I mean by top. Oh yeah, Poppy. Don't judge me. Oh man, it broke already. I didn't break that piece. Oh, that might be perfect though. There. Can you see it like that?
It's just tiny.
Parte di un tutto, è compito di rimuovere gli ostacoli che impediscono il pieno sviluppo.
Man, what I think about these awesome SR genuine fucking JDM bolts. Fuck that thing. Oh shit. I'm sorry SR. And that's when all my plastic gauge falls out. Ta-da! Oh shit, my ass fall. Once you put this thingy on, this cradle for my balls, you put this on, and you put these little washers on, and then you put my nuts on here, and then you tighten it down, then you take everything back off, and then you look at it. When you tighten down to anything important, anything, start from the middle and do an X pattern all the way to the outside.
Triple it.
But that's how 90% of your shit's tightened down. I mean, you go look at the tightening sequence, but it's gonna be something along them lines. I'm about to tighten it down. I don't know what the torque is. I don't know anything about this thing. Luckily, SRs are built in with instruction manuals, and you get that bitch out, and then it tells you at the bottom the torque sequence. And then it tells you to go to 155 foot-pounds in equal
It's colder than witch's titties.
increments of 80. Nah, just go to 80. 3 easy steps to 80, which I'm going to do 27, 52, and 80. Sorry to get that out. So,
Yeah, I got a haircut, bitches. What's up? Fuck you, nigga.
So, got tightened down. Now we're gonna take it apart and look at the plastic cage. And I was gonna take it off with a ratchet, but I got this. So.
So Chris over here was trying to pull the crank and basically just pull up all the end caps at one time, like simultaneously. And while trying to do it, he accidentally gave the crank a little spin. So
I didn't accidentally do it. I knew what the fuck I was doing. The crank spins. I wanted to spin it, so I spun the bitch.
So it might have jeopardized the whole thing. Abort the mission. But we're going to pull these end caps off, see how it looks. And if it doesn't look hella smeared, then we'll go by what it says. If not, then I'm pretty sure Jerry's either going to redo it. But I doubt that. He's probably just going to build the whole thing.
You got the second one right. If it's fucked, I'm done. I'm not doing it again.
La coscienza civica. Rendersi conto. Questo è una delle gioie della vita, rendersi conto che ognuno di noi nel mondo non è solo.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna put this on webbeam. You take this piece of paper, you take the numbers, and this size inches, that size millimeters,
The light's too bright. Alright.
and when you smush it down, it spreads the shit out of it. I don't know if you can see them. Can you see it?
Yeah.
It smushes it out, and you take this and line it up Which one
What the fuck is those lines in the screen?
smooths it out? What?
Two lines?
Oh, that's from the fucking white. But this one is 15 thousandths, or it's pretty close to it. It's too small for, what is that? 1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quit it. But it's pretty close to 15,000. So all of them are like that. Every one of them. They're all the same. I don't know what spec is, but they're all the same, so I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah, you like that.
What? Okay. First step, putting crank in. Get you some assembly lube. And put it in here. As much as the bearing can hold. You want to just squeeze the shit out of this stuff. Put it in there. By squeeze the shit out of it, I mean just fucking studs are fucking annoying.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. I'm talking about actual studs.
Yeah, me.
Get that piece of fucking cloth out of there. And then next one. Oh yeah. This ain't my first time using 3 fingers for a hole.
Oh shit.
What an asshole! These are thrust washers. See them?
What do they do?
They hold the crank straight.
And how do they do that?
They space it out.
Where do they go?
Right in the middle journal.
Point
The
to it.
journal. Like the,
The
thing
journal
you
is
write in?
yes. They sit right here. Both sides of the middle.
And what's that black stuff in there?
That's your fucking cum. Now shut up. I'm gonna put these in. I'm gonna put assembly lube on both sides. I really don't know if that's gonna fuck it up or not, but I mean, crank spins on it. Oh yeah, this is my first time using, I guess you could say, externally mounted fucking thrust washers, because most of the time they're built into the bearings, the main bearings. So I'm just gonna put assembly lube on them, slap them on the fucking block, like boop. And I think this little ridge is for that, this little ear. I think the ear
I would
sticks.
assume so.
I think that's how it sits, where the little ear sits on it. We're gonna put those on with assembly lube on both sides, and then put the crank in.
Alright, so, while we're doing all this, and basically almost got everything bolted down, we sort of forgot to...
Fuck that. Take these little washers out.
Alright. He forgot to put the oil squirters on, you guys. Don't forget to put the oil squirters on. It's very simple. It's only like 4 of them. 4
Where the
cylinders.
fuck that stick to?
So, yeah.
That it, or... So I'm gonna put ARP lubricant on the threads of these bolts.
What's ARP stand for?
Always random pussy. But I'm putting them on these bolts, and then put the nuts on and tighten them down. And the specs that it said.
What's nuts stand for?
Questo è una delle gioie della vita, rendersi conto che ognuno di noi nel mondo non è solo, non è solo, che siamo in più, che siamo parte di un tutto. È compito di rimuovere gli ostacoli che impediscono il pieno sviluppo della persona umana. Per noi
Alright, you good.
Okay, so when you're putting the crank in for good, you put the assembly lube on, make sure it's all good. When you're tightening it down, you want to tighten in the same torque sequence you did putting the plastic gauge in. And the same torque steps, 27, 52, 80. And then your crank's in. Especially moving what? Fuck that torque wrench. Crank's in. Okay. So we got the crank in. It moves somewhat. We don't really want to spin easy. But in this video we did all this. We did the plastic gauge in. Of course, you just watched it. Next video we're gonna do the pistons, putting them in and doing the clearance on the rod bearings. And that's probably about it in that video. Putting the pistons in and rods. If you like this video and you want to continue watching the SR video, like and subscribe. There'll be more content hopefully. Unless the SR breaks down somehow out here in the stand. But till then, later. Okay, so we got done doing that dumb shit. Now we wanted to go start the second video and putting the pistons in. I slightly moved these rings with my fingers to make sure they weren't seized up. And then I didn't look and see that there's a big fucking chunk taken out of the side of it on number 1 piston. And I just noticed it when I was pulling the rings off. I looked down, I was like, hey, that's missing something.
It's missing a whole lot of something.
I think I can put some JB Weld on it, it'd be good, man. So, I'm gonna look and see how much sets of stock pistons are. And they're a fucking arm and a leg, I'm just gonna try to get one. I don't want to go extreme forged internals, blah 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 blah. But I'm gonna try to go with factory shit. I'm not trying to boost this thing 30 psi, anything crazy. So stock bonded men should be fine. That's the plan. I mean, if I have to, I have to. I will get some different pistons, which I don't want to do because that means I got to tear it all back down and get a machine and probably get some bigger piston rings. That's gonna fuck up everything. So I'm gonna try to find one piston or a set of stock pistons. So I guess I'll see you guys next time, maybe. Unless I don't kill this engine or die or something.
Damn, nigga!
¿Cómo se llama?